Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Today, Alex keeps moving like a true leader, balancing end-of-year business pressure while quietly building something far more personal, a safer home for Tuna and little Henry. Tuna works hard at the farm, then returns to see the new house taking shape, and her heart can't hide the joy. If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. All right, let's begin. Tuna woke up before sunrise, not because an alarm told her to, but because her body didn't know how to sleep in peace when her farm was in the middle of change. The room she was borrowing was quiet, warmer than her own wooden house, but it still didn't feel like home. She washed her face, tied her hair back, and checked the small bag she kept ready, gloves, a cloth, and the little notebook she'd started carrying everywhere. Outside, the air had that early morning coolness that always warned her the cold season was getting closer. She didn't let herself drift into worry. She had work. By the time she reached her farm, the sky was pale and the ground was damp in shaded spots. The place looked half familiar, half new. Boards stacked neatly, tools arranged, an open space where the old kitchen corner used to feel crowded. Tuna went straight to the animals. Water first, then feed. Chickens scattered around her feet, impatient and noisy. The pigs grunted like they had opinions about the timing. She checked the latches twice, not because she couldn't do it, because she didn't want one small mistake to become a big one on a day that already felt unstable. After that, she went to the garden beds and harvested what was ready. Her hands moved on their own, and that helped her mind stay quiet. But every time she looked toward the old house frame, what was left of the kitchen corner, and the beams Alex had promised to keep, her chest tightened. She kept repeating his words in her head. He wasn't trying to erase her life. He was trying to protect it. Across town, Alex started his morning in a completely different world, but with the same kind of discipline. He sat at his desk with coffee that had already gone lukewarm, a notebook open, and his phone in hand. He wasn't daydreaming about a perfect house. He was building a plan, a safe house, a practical house, a house that could handle heavy rain without turning Tuna's yard into mud and fear. He drew a simple layout first, where the new structure would sit, how the yard would flow, and where water would drain. Then he wrote one line in bigger letters than the rest. Keep the old house as the kitchen. That was the part that mattered emotionally. Tuna didn't want everything destroyed. She wanted to keep something that still felt like hers. So Alex decided, keep the old frame as a functional kitchen, reinforced and cleaned, and build a new main house beside it. Solid wood, wider space, safer roof, and a floor that wouldn't creak like it might give up in a storm. He opened a few design templates from past projects and chose one that felt right. Nothing flashy, just strong structure. Then he sent the design to Dung with clear instructions. Use this design, prioritize roof and drainage, reinforce the old kitchen frame. Keep it clean, Dung replied a few minutes later. Got it. I'll adjust the crew. We can move fast if materials arrive on time. Alex didn't relax. He moved to the next responsibility, business. He stopped by the wood workshop long enough to confirm the day's rhythm. New boards coming in, plywood orders stacking up, and workers already thinking about the end-of-year rush. Alex walked the line, checked a fresh delivery, and told the supervisor one simple rule. Label everything, he said. If we're tired, we don't guess. He didn't stay to micromanage. He just made sure the system stayed clean, then moved on. From there, he drove out to check the pomelo side, especially the red pomelo blocks that mattered for Tet. He walked the rows, asked the simplest questions, and listened. What's ready now? What needs another week? Where's the risk? He didn't micromanage. He set priorities and repeated the rule he never bent. Quality, consistency, no shortcuts. Then he called his mother, not for permission, for alignment. I'm finalizing the plan for Tuna's place, Alex said. Old structure stays as the kitchen, new house beside it. His mother's answer came instantly. That's good, she said. Safety matters, but respect matters too. Alex told her he was keeping the old frame for Tuna's sake, then added the part he didn't want Tuna to hear. She's still slow with numbers and computers, he said. She tries hard. I don't want her to feel small. His mother didn't overreact. She simply said, teach her gently and don't let anyone shame her for learning. Then she added, I'll come soon. I want to see Batang, see Tuna, and see the progress. She should know she's welcome. Alex agreed but kept one boundary. Keep it light, he said. No pressure, his mother laughed once. I know. When the call ended, Alex tightened the schedule on his page. Roof first, then yard leveling, then details. He sent Dung one more message to confirm priorities and asked for an update once the crew aligned. Back at the farm, Tuna finished harvesting and rinsed dirt from her hands. She stacked vegetables neatly and glanced at the sky, judging how much daylight she had before she needed to return to Henry. She didn't want to leave the farm for long, not yet. So she walked a quick circle, animals checked, fence lines scanned, and one last look at the beams Alex promised to keep. They were still there, reinforced, not removed. Tuna's chest loosened by a small, grateful amount. Maybe this could work. By early afternoon, Dung's update arrived. Design received. Crew aligned. Roof framing next. Yard leveling after. Alex read it twice, then set the phone down. Everything was moving. Tuna didn't know the full plan yet. All she knew was that her farm was changing faster than she could control. And somewhere inside that fear, a quieter feeling was growing too. Hope. She tucked the notebook back into her bag and told herself not to get carried away, not with fear and not with excitement. She just needed to keep the day steady, get back to Henry, and be ready for whatever Alex would explain next. By mid-afternoon, Alex was already moving through his schedule like it was a map he could see in his head. He didn't treat Tuna's farm as a side project. He treated it like something that deserved the same discipline as his businesses, because it was her life. Before going to the construction site, he stopped at the red pomelo facility. Lan was there, already busy, phone in one hand and a clipboard in the other. She looked up when Alex walked in and immediately shifted from task mode to briefing mode. Red pomelo sorting is stable, she said, but we're tight on manpower. End of year is starting to press. Alex nodded. I know. Lan hesitated half a second, then added what she knew mattered to him. Tuna asked questions this morning. She's trying. Alex's expression softened. How is she doing? Lan answered honestly, but carefully. She's very willing, but her base is different. She doesn't think in spreadsheets. Numbers are hard when they're not physical. Computer is still unfamiliar. Alex didn't look disappointed. He looked thoughtful. Keep it light, he said immediately. Don't make her feel judged. She already judges herself enough. Lan nodded. I don't push her. I keep it simple. Alex leaned closer and lowered his voice. If she makes mistakes, correct quietly. Don't let her hear the word slow from anyone except herself. Lan's eyes sharpened with understanding. You're worried she'll lose confidence. Alex nodded once. She's not lazy. She's just new. Lan gave a small exhale. Then you need more people. Alex didn't argue. Yes, I'm hiring one more person to support you. Not to replace you, to protect the system. Lan's shoulders loosened slightly. Good. They walked the facility for a few minutes. Clean floors, labeled crates, routines running the way they were supposed to. Alex didn't stay long. He didn't need to. He just needed to confirm the rhythm was stable. Then he left and headed for the farm site. When Alex arrived, the construction area had changed again. Not finished, but clearer. The outline of the new main house was more visible now, marked by posts and measured strings. Workers moved with purpose, and Dung stood near the center, pointing and giving short instructions. The old frame, what would remain as the kitchen, stood apart, already reinforced, looking less like decay and more like something that could be saved. Alex walked straight to Dung. "Show me the roof plan," Alex said. Dung unrolled a simple diagram and pointed. "We frame this first. Once the roof is up, everything stays dry. Then we do the yard slope and drainage." Alex nodded. "Good, and the kitchen frame stays." "Stays," Dung confirmed. Alex walked the line where the future yard would be, imagining rainwater flow, imagining Tuna walking with Henry in her arms without slipping. He stopped, looked down at the earth, and said one sentence: "Make the yard safe." Dung nodded like he understood that was not a decoration request. It was a life request. Alex checked the work quickly. No long speeches, no unnecessary pressure. He was firm about speed, but he wasn't careless. "Fast is fine," he said, "but only clean fast." Dung nodded again. "Understood." By late afternoon, Tuna returned to the farm after finishing her chores and checking that everything was settled for the evening. She came in expecting more mess and noise. Instead, she saw shape, the new structure's outline, the reinforced beams, the clearer pond edge. The yard beginning to look like it had a future. Her steps slowed. Alex was there, standing near the marked posts, speaking quietly to Dung. Tuna's face lit up in a way she couldn't control. "Alex," she said. He turned immediately. His expression softened the moment he saw her. "I wanted you to see the progress before it gets dark," he said. Tuna looked around, eyes wide. It's bigger than I thought." Alex nodded. "Wider, safer, stronger wood." Tuna swallowed. "And the old kitchen?" Alex stepped with her toward the old frame. "We keep it," he said. "We reinforce it, clean it, and use it as a real kitchen. Your memories stay where they belong." Tuna's eyes warmed. She didn't thank him with big words. She just stood there, breathing, letting the reality settle. Alex pointed to the new posts. "That's the main house. Roof first. Then we level the yard and make drainage. No more mud traps." Tuna nodded, mind already picturing Henry learning to walk without falling in wet ground. Without thinking, she asked, "Is it expensive?" Alex looked at her gently. "It's worth it." Tuna's throat tightened. She wanted to argue, but she couldn't find the energy to fight care that was this intentional. As they walked back toward the animal side, Tuna heard chickens clucking loudly. She moved automatically, but Alex stepped beside her. "I'll help," he said. He didn't do it like a performance. He just held a feed container, scattered feed where she pointed, and laughed softly when one bold chicken tried to steal from the center first. Tuna smiled, the tension leaving her shoulders. For a few minutes, it wasn't CEO and single mom. It was just two people taking care of a small piece of life together. As the light began to soften, still not sunset, just gentler, Alex glanced at Tuna. "You shouldn't stay here tonight," he reminded her. Tuna nodded. "I know." Alex didn't push his house again. He respected her rhythm. "I'll take you back to Batung's," he said. "You rest. Tomorrow you come early and we check the yard together." Tuna felt a soft happiness rise in her chest, not the loud kind, the steady kind. On the way out, she looked back once at the posts and beams. It wasn't finished, but it was becoming. And the most surprising part wasn't the new structure. It was the feeling that Alex was building it with her, not over her.
Từng dành cả buổi sáng làm việc đồng áng, thu hoạch và chăm sóc gà lợn, cố gắng duy trì nếp sinh hoạt ổn định trong khi việc sửa chữa vẫn đang tiếp diễn. Trong khi đó, Alex hoàn thiện kế hoạch cho ngôi nhà mới của Tuna. Anh giữ lại ngôi nhà cũ, làm bếp và để bảo vệ những kỷ niệm của cô. Và xây một ngôi nhà gỗ chắc chắn hơn, rộng rãi hơn bên cạnh để đảm bảo an toàn trong những cơn bão và mưa lớn sắp tới. Alex kiểm tra việc thu hoạch bưởi đỏ cho mùa Tết và gặp Nan. Người giải thích rằng Tuna rất hào hứng nhưng vẫn còn gặp khó khăn với các con số và máy tính. Alex bảo Nan hướng dẫn nhẹ nhàng và kín đáo để Tuna không cảm thấy xấu hổ, và anh quyết định thuê thêm một nhân viên để giảm áp lực và bảo vệ hệ thống. Sau đó, Alex đi công trường xác nhận nhóm thợ đang làm theo thiết kế và thúc giục tiến độ nhanh chóng đối với mái nhà và sân vườn mà không được bỏ qua bất kỳ một công đoạn nào. Sau đó, Tuna trở về trang trại và ngạc nhiên khi thấy ngôi nhà mới đang dần hình thành rõ ràng như thế nào. Alex giải thích kế hoạch cho nhà bếp, mái nhà và hệ thống thoát nước. Sau đó giúp Tuna chăm sóc đàn gà một cách giản dị, ân cần và tự nhiên. Tập phim kết thúc với cảnh Alex lái xe đưa Tuna trở về nhà bảo tang để nghỉ ngơi, trong khi Tuna nhìn lại trang trại với niềm hạnh phúc thầm lặng, bởi vì tương lai đang được xây dựng với sự tôn trọng chứ không phải là bị xóa bỏ.